Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. Today we are going to be looking at the Weird Al Yankovic action figure injected with Polka Power. Now, this came out a few years ago now. Let's see, this is a NECA release. There's been a few Weird Al Yankovics by NECA, but this was kind of my favorite. I think this captures the spirit of him the best. He even has interchangeable heads where you can, he looks like his 80s self and then his like modern self. So there he is. I've been wanting to kind of open this for a while, so I figured I would just share this with you guys. Hopefully you're interested. Weird Al just announced a tour coming up, so I thought this was a good time to take a look at his action figure. All right, and this is it's kind of been boxed up a while. It's kind of a little dusty, but there it is. This was hard to find. It's funny. I passed up on getting this guy so many times, but finally I was like, Weird Al has just been like an important figure in my life since I can remember, so I figured it was worth having an action figure of him. And here he is with he does have soft goods. The joints feel a little iffy, like this could be this is an older NECA figure, which of course people are scared to death to manipulate too hard, where maybe they'll break the joints or something. So I'm just going to be careful, because I'm going to get this guy playing his thing here, and his accordion, and we're going to probably leave him at that. But okay, so he stands up okay, he holds it okay, he is just smiling like there's no tomorrow. So, yeah, definitely looks like him. Got the very nice shirt that definitely looks like a shirt that he probably has. Very nice pants and very nice shoes. Looks like he's wearing some Vans, actually. Yeah, he's got very, very good detail. I'm trying to capture all the detail on this. I don't know how this is going to end up looking, but it looks good in person. You can see all the detail on the accordion, where he is definitely playing a polka song, I guess. Weird Al. Now, why is Weird Al important to me? Well, I've actually been on stage with him a couple times as a stormtrooper behind him, for the Saga Begins song. Well, when he plays that, so that was a pretty cool thing to be a part of. I think I've done that like 3 times, and it's pretty special. I'm pretty honored. So, not trying to flex, but just wanted to mention that. And let's see, what can I get a good look at his 80s head, which he has the kind of poofy hair and glasses and mustache, where we all kind of remember the old videos on MTV of him looking like this. I know I do. He has some songs like A Surgeon, I Think I'm a Clone Now, Yoda, it's just classics, And he's done so many modern songs of parodies. He'll take a modern song, or a popular song, I should say, like My Sharona, and he'll make it, My Bologna, My Bologna, but, so I can't even think of some of the modern ones he's done. Not because they're not good, I just don't listen to a lot of modern music. But here's his microphone, and he comes with a different hand to hold the microphone instead of, banging away on those keys. And sadly, nothing else. I was hoping for a stand or something, but he stands pretty good, so it's okay. Yeah, he's a tall action figure. Look, he just looks good, man. I'm so glad I got this this guy to go on my crazy whatever shelf. Let's see if I can replace his head with the other head. And it feels like it might. I might have to take the accordion off. Oh, no, okay. I'm not familiar with playing the accordion, so I don't know what the setup is. It's not like a guitar, apparently. But it's over his head here. And I don't know if that's supposed to go around and connect. And I guess it does. Yeah, I guess it goes into maybe that. I don't know. But he was holding it just fine. So that's all that matters. Yeah, you know, I play several instruments, but not really familiar with this one. I've never really seen it. But, man, Weird Al can tear it up. All right. Back to switching his head out. Let's see if I can. It's one of those things that's like, all right. That was on there. There it is. All right. So now we have 80s Weird Al. He looks awesome. Heck yeah, he does. Look at him. Weird Al, ladies and gentlemen. Weird Al Yankovic. Yep, good old Weird Al. Very cool. So, you know, it's an older NECA figure, so it's a little tall, on the tall side. Here he is next to Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, and G.I. Joe Classified, and obviously old school 3 3/4 scale G.I. Joe. So now you see what scale he's in, which is, you know, too tall for pretty much anything that I have. Of course, here is a Spawn figure, which I guess he scales if you have any Spawn figures, but he looks like he will scale with my Elvira figure nicely. So there's that. I was hoping he'd be more in scale with like Black Series, so I could put like a Jedi robe on him and put a bunch of stormtroopers behind him and recreate our scene on stage. But maybe I'll try to do that. But he has fair articulation. I don't want to mess with him a whole lot. But it's okay. He's not bad. Yeah, the arms are probably the stiffest things that I'd be careful with. Yeah, despite having soft, good clothes, he can move around pretty good. I say despite because sometimes that can hamper certain movements, but not on this guy. So there he is, Weird Al. Here, let's take his hand off here. Do the one other thing that he can do. This figure, that is just kind of hold his mic. There he is. And now he can sing "Eat It" or whatever you want to have it. But anyway, that is my Weird Al Yankovic with his stuff, his extra head, again for 80s Weird Al and modern Weird Al, which, wow. And, you know, I've seen him in person a lot, and he looks really good for his age. So, good for him. I wish I did. But I guess if I dressed up and ran around on stage every night and, you know, did multiple costume changes, which I'm not, you know, against, yeah, I'd probably stay young looking too. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you found it interesting or amusing or something, you know, of some value. If you have, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel. We have new content every day. And on the behalf of me and Big Bad Brad, we're going to throw one back. And until next time, we will see ya.